The immortal John Hancock here for a little bit of a different video today. This last week I saw Star Wars Rogue One, and I'm here to talk about my thoughts, spoiler free. And also I am going to be boldly putting in order my Star Wars movies and ranking best to worst. And so I thought it'd be fun to do on my channel. I think it's important to know to my fans, Star Wars was everything to me, and I loved Star Wars before I loved video games. And so I remember being 5 years old, seeing Empire Strikes Back in the movie theaters, and had amassed a huge Star Wars collection before, in the early 90s I sold it to begin my collecting of video games. And so Star Wars is very deep and close to me. So here we go. So these are some things I think people should know about Star Wars Rogue One. I'm not going to give any details about the movie, just kind of generalizations. So I think it's important. It's important for people that haven't seen it yet. I know many are waiting till Christmas holiday to see this or see it with family. All right, the first thing that's important to know, it's not really a little kids movie. This is not Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace. It's a darker, grittier film. So I think it's important for people with kids to have those conversations afterwards about it. I took my son; he was in 3rd grade. It's important to have some talks with your kids probably about this film if you're taking them. So it is gritty, and so I also recommend watching Star Wars Episode 3. Revenge of the Sith, and Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope before watching this film. It's gonna make the movie more enjoyable. I'm not gonna say anything why, but it's a good film. It's solid film, not perfect. Total fan service. It is total fan service. If you are a Star Wars nerd such as myself, you're going to love this film. And there's so many little things that they put in for the fans. I really appreciate that. In a lot of ways, I consider this the apology for the prequel series. I mean, it's just everything that you wanted in the prequel movies that wasn't, it's in this film. It's great. It's great. This film shows how brutal war can be. And I think that's important to know. It goes back to why it's not a kids movie. So just bear that in mind. Even the trailers, and I know trailers vary from place to place, but I was thinking that there was in a neighboring theater, there was like these kids getting like a free screening of the movie, or I don't know, free screening, or it was like, it was a bunch of kids, and I was just thinking, gosh, the trailers even before this film were pretty brutal, and I was thinking, gosh, yikes. I liked it on par with Force Awakens. I think it's important to know. I like this. I don't know if I like it more or less. Right now it's tied. I've only seen it once. I need to see it again and multiple times, but just for people, if you liked Force Awakens, you'll like this. If you didn't like Force Awakens, you may not like this. So that's just for people out there. I know there's some hardcore fans out there that have, Star Wars fans are pretty particular, right? They're like everything else. You have people that like this but don't like this, and this movie's no different. So there's going to be people that are going to like things that they did. There's going to be people that don't, and that's okay. It starts off a little slow. The movie starts off a little slow. It definitely doesn't start fast like Star Wars New Hope. I think the music score of the movie, John Williams is missed, and they announced that John Williams was not doing the music. I would say get him back on that. I do like the new characters that were introduced. It works, and that's good for the film. there was talks about some expensive reshoots for this movie being made. I didn't see problems in the film, so that's good for anybody that was worried about the film working or not. I think it works. I think it works well, and I'm glad they made it. You know, everybody I think was worried when Disney took over the Star Wars franchise. I think the one important thing to know is that Disney's going to make a ton of films. They want to make money. I mean, that's why they bought it. They bought it to make money. That's what it comes down to. It's a business decision. And these episodic, not episodic, these one-shots films that they're going to make. So they just released Star Wars Rogue One, and then next year it's going to be Star Wars Episode 8. Then after that, there's going to be a Han Solo one-off film, and then there's going to be Episode 9, and you know, you're just going to see a bunch of Star Wars films. And I think, you know, I think I'm going to like most of them. I may not agree with everything that they make, but I think they're making some good choices. They want these films to work and be good films because, you know, if one film comes out that's bad, it may harm future films. So they did a good job. So to all who are involved with the film, thank you. It was great. And now I'm gonna be brave, and so I'm ranking the Star Wars films. And so this is my personal opinion. Again, I think age does matter on how you rank these. First off, my favorite Star Wars film, and ranking Star Wars Rogue One with these. So number 1, Empire Strikes Back. Saw this one as 5 years old. It's my favorite movie of all time. Number 1. So next up, I put Star Wars New Hope. You know, and I had a long debate with my friends on this. I put New Hope as number 2. I think it's held up incredibly well, and I think it's definitely, you know, the one that all the other movies are based off. I watched this actually more than Jedi, and that's why I put it as number 1. Not number 1, number 2, because of that. I do watch this more. Number 3 is Jedi, and I know some people are like, "What? You put New Hope before Jedi?" Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just the more I've watched Jedi, the Jedi went from 2 to 3. So number 3 ranked is Jedi for me. Yeah, still has one of the best starfighter battles of all time. Number 4 and number 5, I would put Force Awakens and Star Wars Rogue One. It's hard to say right now what I'd put first. Many people are saying that Rogue One is better than Force Awakens. I've seen Force Awakens probably about 7 or 8 times now, and so I'm gonna say it's a tie right now for number 4 and 5, or number 4. They're definitely on par with each other. So next one, of the prequel trilogy, Revenge of the Sith is the best and most watchable, and so definitely watch this. If you watch this before you watch Star Wars Rogue One, it's important. Yeah, definitely. It's not a terrible film. It could have been better, but of the prequel trilogy, this is the best one. It had some problems, but I do watch it the most. It's not a bad film. Next up is Attack of the Clones. Oh my gosh, for Star Wars films, this film could have been so much better. The romance dialogue alone destroyed this film. The attack battle at the end of the film saved this film. It's, gosh, and I don't know. There's so many problems with this film, but mostly it's the love dialogue between Anakin and Queen Amidala. So, yeah. Last and definitely least is The Phantom Menace. I embarrassingly camped out a long time for this film. I was so excited when this was coming out. I still have happy memories of camping out with my friends to see this, and I remember the news asking me afterwards about what I thought of this, and I gave them the honest opinion. This is a pretty terrible film. The only thing that's redeemable for many fans is the Darth Maul scene at the end. Everything else is Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn and the lightsaber battle at the end. And that's, for me, about it. About this film. The rest is garbage. This is a really bad film. There's some funny commentaries on YouTube about why this is so bad. And so, there you have it. I ranked them. And what are your thoughts? Again, I tried to give spoiler-free about Star Wars Rogue One. I did a Twitter poll whether or not I should even do this. And, you know, the responses, thank you for all that did respond. I decided to go ahead and move forward and do it. And so I won't be doing too many movie reviews on my channel, but I thought it'd be different. It is Star Wars, so I'm a huge fan and look forward to doing more game-related stuff moving forward. So thank you so much. Take care, and comment below what your thoughts about the rankings and maybe your thoughts about Star Wars Rogue One. And thank you so much. This is the immortal John Hancock. Take care.